surreal, between brightness and darkness. This fairytale museum beautifully integrates Eastern design philosophy into Western style. Today I'm going to introduce one of Denmark's most renowned museums, the Hans Christian Andersen's House. This museum was designed by the famous Japanese architect Kengo Kuma. He has created numerous notable projects already in Japan, like some pavilions in Osaka's Expo 2025, Japan National Stadium for the Olympics in Tokyo, and Takanawa Gateway Station. But I was surprised that, far from his home country, the studio completed such a significant project in Denmark, which is their only completed project in Northern Europe. How did Kengo Kuma's studio design this museum? And how did they blend Japanese design philosophy with a museum dedicated to a famous fairy tale storyteller of the Western world? Before we dive in, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. So let's begin. The new Hans Christian Andersen's house is located in Denmark's third largest city, Odense. It's about a 75-minute train ride from Copenhagen. The museum is with 10 to 15 minutes walk or 5 minutes trams from the train station. Surrounding the museum are the typical Danish residential housing. On my way to the museum, I could already feel the fairytale charm with the brick houses and cobblestone streets. I felt like I'm already stepping into the world from Hans Christian Andersen. When I reached the museum, the circular building strikes me most. These are quite unique as a museum architecture. These circular forms interconnected like a chain, creating a non-center and non-hierarchical experience in the exhibition. You can also see that the facade incorporates wood elements similar to those in other projects by Kuma. However, instead of using Japanese cedar and bamboo as seen in his projects in Japan, the museum employs locally sourced wood, enhancing its vernacular connection to Danish culture. The green hedges and walls from the maze-like garden that seems to appear and disappear, which amplifies the fairytale atmosphere. Let's feel the transition when you enter the museum through the fairytale garden. At the entrance, a circular space crafted with Danish wood and lattice timber facades, harmonizing with the overall design. The entrance is bright and well lit, but once you step into the exhibition, it darkens immediately, signaling the start of the journey through Hans Christian Andersen's life. Kengo Kuma mentioned that he learned the secret of space from Hans Christian Andersen. The museum's design emphasizes a sense of duality, with above ground and below ground. So as you gradually walk down along the circular path, you'll feel immersed in the fantastical world of Andersen's imaginative stories. Throughout the exhibition, you are alternating between the inner spaces of the building with dim lighting, and suddenly seeing the outer courtyard's greenery. This creates a sense of disorientation that reflects the light and dark duality central to Andersen's stories. Along the way, quotes from Andersen are displayed on the walls, which I found them deeply relatable. After navigating the immersive exhibition about Andersen's life, you stepped into a fast, colorful, and fantastical fairytale realm. This area is scattered with different pocket spaces, each dedicated to one of Andersen's fairytale stories. As the exhibition ends, you will walk back to the above-ground level with natural daylight, entering a bright corridor and revealing the green hedges and trees of the gardens outside through large windows. After visiting the Hans Christian Andersen's house and several Kengo Kuma's projects, I can see a clear consistency across his work. Kengo Kuma's most signature element is the use of locally sourced woods across different projects in the world, not merely as decoration, but as the central theme to connect the nature and promoting environmental awareness. This approach also creates an oasis effect in a dense urban context. Weak architecture and the anti-object approach are the key design principles from Kuma as well. As you can see in this project, the museum blends seamlessly into its neighborhood with natural wood and lush greenery pretty well. Similarly, Forest Gate's Daikanyama in Tokyo embodies the same concept, integrating into the Daikanyama area with its box-like architectural form. This approach closely aligns with Danish architecture, which emphasizes simplicity, functionality, and hygge. These principles resonate deeply with the Danish mindset of architecture, which likely contributed to Kuma winning the competition to design this masterpiece in Denmark. What do you think about the design of the museum? If you have visited the museum, do you have any other thoughts? Comment down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.